This is the Monatgu mountain range, and it's between semi-desert called the Karoo and the Garden Route. 4 ways here in the George area to pass from the Karoo to the Garden Route, and it's called the 4 passes, and that's what we're going to be looking at in these episodes. We've got the first one, which is a Montagu Pass that it goes up all the way, going up between those 2 mountain peaks there. The railway, which goes from there all the way around. You can see it goes right across that side. Then you've got the Montagu Pass, and that's the one going up there. And that's the one that we're going to be driving today. And naturally the 4th one would be the one that's making all the noise at this stage, the Monatgu. Now, to properly introduce you guys to the 4 passes, you cannot travel without the base transportation, which is once again the vintage vehicles. And we're going to be traveling with them again on these passes and share with you history of this area. In the early years of the Garden Route in the Southern Cape, George was considered to be the administration hub of the region. But because of the magnificent Monatgu Mountains, it is also rather cut off from the rest of the world. And this is why a point of crossing between the Garden Route and the Karoo has always been such a serious focus point for economic development. On the other side of the Montagu Pass, you will find the hops farms. Now, hops is used in making beer, and the entire hops industry is found here close to George. This is the perfect climate for optimal growth and creates many job opportunities for local people. It covers about 400 hectares in this region. It's very clear to see the different climate and biodiversity on this side of the mountain. To get to the top of the Montagu Pass, you have to drive through the beautiful little town of Hartland. In this town, you will be able to find music and art festivals, as well as lovely meals like bobotie at the famous Over the Mountain guest farm. We're on. They're throwing rocks at me. This is my support crew, and they're throwing rocks at me while I'm trying to do this absolutely amazing intro. Welcome to the Monatgu Mountains. We're here at the top of the Montagu Pass, which we're going to discuss today. Absolutely delightful to have these beautiful vintage cars with us again. So come and join us as we drive down not only the pass, but we're going to stop at the toll house and discuss the amazing history of this area. All right, so with me here, I've got naturally Deirdre, the brilliant photographer. Say hi. And then I've got Phillip and Phillip. And they are very gracefully sharing their vehicles with us today.
Pleasure.
Which I think they just want to get out, that's why.
Here we have the magnificent Monatgu mountain range. It's part of the Cape Fold mountain range. The mountain gives us our rain. It's beautiful. We've got lovely vistas. But for the early settlers, it wasn't good for them because George was cut off from the rest of the world basically, and all the trade was taking part between Cape Town and the Eastern Cape. All the wool, all the wine was passing, and these boys were stuck down the mountain. They couldn't get their timber over the mountain into the hinterland. Adrianus van Kervel, he was the first Landros. He decided that we need to get into the hinterland and to improve our economic situation. And they built the first pass with 40 labourers in 2 months just to the east of the Tolhouse. You'll see the old Craddock Pass, and that was hairy. It was a very dangerous pass. It took 3 to 4 days to cross. People used to dismantle their ox wagons, carry all their stuff over there. And it was in use for 35 years because the Cape Colony had no money. John Montagu was then colonial secretary. He managed to get the colony back into the black because he reduced government expenditure, he collected back taxes, and as soon as there was enough money, then the colonial government decided they will build the Montagu Pass, which we are on now. At the moment we're at Stinko Dry. Apparently there was a proliferation of stinkwood here. Don't see any here at the moment, but as we have with the whole pass, there are a lot of various names describing what happened in the pass and various names.
Every turn has a name, from a rock falling on someone, a bend where all the drinking took place. A rich history around every corner of this breathtaking route. I can so understand why this guy made this his home or his stop, because as you can see, it's beautiful and it's a little bit high. Oh wow.
Unfortunately, the old smithy workshop just fell apart over the years because it was built with mud and stone. And it just collapsed, and eventually the stones were carried away piece by piece. Unlike the Tolhuis, which you could look at the Tolhuis, there's a layer of cement on the outside which prevented the rain washing out the mud. So thank goodness somebody used that foresight, and that we've got the lovely old Tolhuis still standing. And he used to sharpen the tools, and he used to fix the wagons. You know, the road was very rough then. The guys had a lot of trouble with the bands coming off the wheels. And he had a very busy trade here.
And again, I am amazed at how these Model T Ford vehicles were made for dirt road conditions like these.
To build these retaining walls, they're called the drywall system. The convicts were taught how to dress and cut the stone, so obviously they've not too many protrusions out, as you can see. And then You'll see near the road surface, on the road surface, they've got stones on the edges, rocks on the edges, and that was to prevent the ox wagon's axles to bump against the wall and damage the wall. So the wheel would go against there and then keep the ox wagon axle away from the wall. Right, and this is the Keerrivier Bridge, and it's named after the keerboom. It was designed by Colonel Mitchell, who is the colonial surveyor general, and it was built by Henry Fancourt White. And you can see the dressing on the stone, actually quite intricate, with a top that is cut around both sides, and on a corner the stone was also hewn to follow the shape of the wall. The pass has been here for 173 years. And there's a little bit of deterioration on the walls and so on, but considering how many floods and things took part, 173 years, the walls were built to last, and this bridge.
This is one beautiful bridge. As you can see, it's very strong, very well built, absolutely amazing. This whole trip so far is just breathtaking, and such a beautiful day, such a beautiful area. We make our way up the pass to arrive at the Montagu toll house. But to see what happens at the toll house and the Heritage Festival, you'll have to wait until next time. Thank you for joining us. Remember to like, subscribe and share.